सर नमस्कार। सर नमस्कार। मैडम नमस्कार।
ओके
Yes, sir.
For the last time I'm finding a lady. I mean, out of last 15 days, whomsoever I have met, I have not met a single individual candidate background. Good.
Thank you,
But
sir.
many to think about administrative service after a technical service education. I mean, purely technical.
You have also did job in Bangalore.
Yes, sir.
What is why you are interested? Only the reason.
Yes, sir. Sir, to be honest, it was more of a like
Out
after
of
my B pharmacy, I got into campus. Then I worked for around 4.5 years. There was self-satisfaction, but then I realized potentials. I need to discover some better field where I can do justice to my potential. It was very. Then there was one incident. While we were staying in Bangalore, there was a workshop from another institute serving. There, ex-IAS officer, he wasn't promoting anything. He was just sharing his experience. So I after that incident, I went back and I realized, and I realized 70% of my life. And when I get opportunity, I was not aware of the civil service before. Just because I went through. Then enough in terms of economy. I was done with my study loans. My family. Then they were very much helpful. You take your decision if you want to go for any career. I found this. And when I went through the civil service, I did some classes and I realized it is various of opportunities field. So, and then with my job, I started preparation. Then after getting into, I quit, and now this is where I stand.
It's time to prepare and like a administrative officer. Suppose you are posted in a place where there is rampant of drug abuse. As an administrative officer, what will be your role to get back those abuse personnel?
Yes, sir. So both as an administrator and also the plus point of me being core the drug and the pharmacy knowledge, I knew this is one of the very core area where we're lacking as a society. The first thing I would be identifying those group of sections where I'll be particularly knowing what are the cause why they are into the drug abuse. Once I know the cause, I can directly contact with them. I'll have a review committee and I can directly talk to them. So both as an administrator and also the plus point of me being core the drug and the pharmacy knowledge, I knew this is one where they will understand what is drug abuse. If that is not the primary case of being make them retrain from the process, I will once I know the cause, I can directly contact with them. I'll have a review committee and I can directly talk. So both as an administrator and also the plus point of me being core the drug and the pharmacy knowledge, I knew this is one.
For the drug abuse and prevention as an administrative officer.
So for
Government initiative for the drug abuse and drug trafficking.
yes, sir. So the first one, drug abuse. We have a review committee, and I can directly talk. So both as an administrator and also the plus point of me being core the drug and the pharmacy knowledge. I knew this is one. They're self-motivated actually. So for government, I can remember
Yes,
one
sir.
is the
So for
rehabilitation program, and the second is
government
drug
initiative
trafficking.
for the drug abuse
For that,
and drug traffic.
de-addiction center. I have a review committee, and I
drug
can directly talk. So both as an administrator and also the plus point of me being core the drug and the pharmacy knowledge. I knew this is one. Suppose the area in the Golden Crescent. So for government, I can remember is one is the rehabilitation program, and the second is drug trafficking. You mentioned for that.
De-addiction center or drug.
De-addiction center. More about it, sir. Second is drug trafficking. It is again a state and the national problem. We have drug cells where they have been vigilant by Maharashtra 127,000 crore. So for government, I can remember is one is the rehabilitation program, and the second is drug trafficking. Then de-addiction center. By Zihad is a fundamental idea. It is stopped. Inducting them narcotics. We have drug cells where they have been vigilant. The normal way of making them into the. So for government, I can remember is one is a rehabilitation program, and the second is drug trafficking. Then their fundamental way of thinking, so that they will be de-addiction. So it is by. The jihad is a fundamental idea by stop.
Very recently there is special center. Operational
We have drug cells where they have been vigilant.
inside India. Promoting the drug.
So for government, I can remember is one. So Punjab is the state, as far as I remember, but I am not aware of the de-addiction. So it is by jihad is a fundamental idea by stopped.
Very recently there is special cell.
We have drug cells where they have been vigilant.
Manipulation and drugs.
So for government, I can remember is one.
Controlled by the drug controller. It is not in proper form. What people
Sir,
say
it is
today in Odisha, people say that it's not.
jihad is a fundamental
It's not properly operating. But it's
Stop.
Very recently there is special cell.
Have,
proper action to stop this.
we have drug cells where they have been vigilant. Yes, sir.
Drug.
So for government, I can remember is one.
Working for the drug safety.
Yes, sir. Sir, for drug infiltration, sir, it is the root cause of the root area should be identified. Jihad is a fundamental section where they had been done. So stopped. As an administrator, all the drug cells, they should take proactive
Stop
action.
this,
They should be very vigilant.
infiltration.
Every supply chain, wherever it is coming, the whole batch
Drug.
number, lot so for government, I can remember is they're coming in somewhat counterfeit way. They are not they are not infiltrated in society as a drugs. Sir, it is that can be checked by the supply chain. Jihad is a fundamental particular group who has been the main. So as an administrator, there should be more vigilance and tighter punishment, and then the proactive role of the drug cell.
Do you think that the punishment is very less in the drug abuse cases?
No, sir, I do not.
Which act you mean for that? Which act they are penalized? The operator is penalized.
Sir, I am unable to recall that. The
NDPS.
It is, in case it is narcotics drugs, it's NDPS.
Okay.
In case it's a normal medicine which has been adulterated. A lot of seizure has been made in Odisha.
Yes, recently we have in
That is it coming under the narcotics?
No,
What is-
sir.
What is that act?
That
Drug
are
Act.
Cosmetic.
Cosmetic.
Drug and Cosmetics Act. Yes, sir.
1940.
Yes, sir.
This is 85.
Hmm.
Thank you.
Good purpose.
Yes.
You belong to Bharatpur?
And no, I belong to Cuttack district.
Acha, acha. What are the famous places of Cuttack district?
From Cuttack district, we have Barbati Fort, we have Goddess Chandi Temple, We have Netaji Subhas's Birth Museum, Maritime Museum. We have Dhabaleswar Temple. We have Bhattarika, Churchika. We have Deer Park. Lot of places are there.
You know Fakir Mohan Senapati?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the books he has written? Maybe some of his books.
I can recall two of his. One is Rebati, second is Shamana Attagun. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what is Mo Sarkar?
Mo Sarkar is a revolutionary initiative for the good governance in Odisha. So where people can be accessible to the government, there will be less government and more governance. And the initiative is for the accessibility and the root level implementation of whatever the already existed policy. That is Mo Sarkar.
It is a feedback-based governance system in which the chief minister, ministers, and senior officials will take the feedback of the people directly over phone about the functions of the offices of the government. Okay. Okay.
This is first activity.
Yes, sir.
What are the welfare programs for the empowerment of women by Government of India and Government of Odisha? Both.
Yes, ma'am. Government of India, we have Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. We have Nirbhaya Fund, Mahila Police. We have Mahila Heart. And Government of Odisha, madam, the very famous Mission Shakti, where we have two wings, Samad and Samad. Then Matritva Yojana, Sampurna Yojana, Khushi scheme for the adolescent napkin,
Mamata.
Mamata Yojana, yes,
Central government to Ujjwala.
Ujjwala for the LPG cylinder.
Okay. What is Blue Revolution?
Blue Revolution is for the economy generated from water. It was more of the fishery industry. And the father was Hiralal Chaudhary. He had innovated this.
In your view, what is the role of India? What should be the role of India in Russia and Ukraine war?
Yes, ma'am.
What stand India should take?
We live in the new India era. Currently, the perspective of India is India's first policy, and that is the national interest of India. And national interest again have primary and secondary domain. Primary national interest was whether we have to check if it is affecting our territorial sovereignty or unity, which was not. In this case, our main interest was to safeguarding the Indian diaspora placed over Ukraine, and we did that by Operation Ganga.
Okay.
So currently, after that, current Indian government stand is they want no humanitarian crisis. They do not want to aggravate the war, but at the same time, they do not take the side at any global forum. They call upon the diplomatic discussion between the two countries. So that is it.
Good answer. What is 370? And what are the, transformation or change you are watching after the abrogation of Article 370?
Article 370 was a special status provided to the Jammu and Kashmir. So it has its own autonomy. Some negative aspect was about it was affecting India's the undivided India policy. When it was under Article 370, it has its own policy and legislation, which was being time and again found to be hindrance in the developmental program there, both in economic, tourism or socio-economical. And the positive aspect after the abrogation, I found there is more inclusion, there is lot of development. If I can name, ma'am, last week there was a first multiplex in the entire Jammu sector after 30 years. Now Jammu and Kashmir and the Ladakh, we have head of different national institution. The tourism has increased, the land and the use of the other income and investment that has been increased, which is very positive, and it helps in integrating and a very economic way of India. That will help Jammu and Kashmir.
What is the total budget provided to Jammu and Kashmir this year by Government of India?
The exact amount and
8,000 crore.
Okay.
Okay. And what is the total budgetary provision of Government of Odisha this year?
Then I'll read more about it.
2 lakh crore.
Okay.
Analytical question गुड़ी दिटा पचार दो. भला तो कौन बड़े क्वेश्चन से.
But what
भला
was
अच्छी
the
communication.
secrecy of opting for this format of science?
Sorry, sir.
What was your rationale when considering desire of this format of science, knowing very well that there are only 42 sanctioned posts of government services? They were a drug inspector, biology post Saturday. I was the private secretary to Minister of Health. I know this is the fate of this pharmaceutical way. So, आपने क्या कहीं बात करी हो तो your vocabulary is good, your interaction is quite acceptable, agreeable.
Sir, after my 10th plus 2.
That to say, pharmaceutical level na government college nahi है दूर विषय.
Which, sir?
ये pharmaceutical
Pharmaceutical.
Pharmacovigilance.
ଗୋଟେ
Yes.
ଗାୟତ୍ରୀ ରହିଲା ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଏଠି ମହାରାମଣ୍ଡା ରହିଲା ଗୋଟେ ବରହମପୁର ରହିଲା ଆମେ ତ ସୁଆର ଅଛି
Yes.
ଏଇ ବିଚାରକୁ ଛାଡ଼ି ଦେଲେ ଗଭର୍ଣ୍ଣମେଣ୍ଟ ସେକ୍ଟରରେ ଆଦୌ ନାହିଁ.
Sir, nobody has guided me in during career.
ବାପା କ'ଣ କରନ୍ତି?
My father was into textile business, so he met with an accident. Currently, he is into devotion. My mother is a retired teacher. So, coming to pharma and to exploring civil service, it was my personal and self-actualization. I was realizing I was doing good in my own company. I got recognition. My CTC was also good. Then I realized I met with certain other people. I traveled different places. Then I realized what I want in life. That is only a decision that motivated me. I was not aware of this service before. And after discovering more, I realized it suits my potential.
Thank you, Tapati. I think you are put in very well. Your personality is good. Your confidence level is also convincing. Thus, you'll have to improve. You should answer in lengthy way. You should subtract it on brief. The more you answer, the board can find not many questions out of your own answers.
ଯଦି ରିଟିନ୍ରେ ଭଲ ଥିବ your performance in ଭାଇବା something
Will definitely you can succeed. What we
anticipate.
So I realized more of the drugs and other part. I'll read more theoretical about it. I have time. Yes.
We are not asking about that because
Yeah.
you don't know.
Yes, ma'am.
But they will ask about that.
My
About your optional subject, about your original field.
those all are my prepared. During my pharma and the drugs and other, I feel I'm lacking that area.
You have only B.Pharm.
And
Yes.
listen one
You
thing,
are not,
that duplicate medicine,
master.
BP medicine. Sir,
Yes.
that duplicate BP medicine really.
Telma 40.
That may
Cuttack.
come in question.
And my home district is also Cuttack, so they can ask.
There is more in
So these are the section I was not aware the drugs in this. Those are my interview is in 29th, so I will read. I have time, so I will read more about this.
Thank you, best of luck.
Thank you, sir.